Hello everyone, welcome back to my stream. So, it's 7 AM. We will probably have some time to trade a bit. Less likely though, but still. Let's unload some items. Ingredients. We need to put here ingredients. Oh, we got none. Yobular end. Glad to see you around. I decided to perform some trading. But since you're here, we might even read a bit. We really need to. We really need this lore read. Last time I completed the Elder Scrolls game, I had to stream 2 times before we read all the lore. So I'm doing all that in order to decrease the time we need to spend on that. Okay. It's a funny thing, we don't have much. Might sell these. They're too expensive to be enchanted anyway. Wow, that was a bit unexpected. This place lacks of so many items. Alright, it's because we performed outstanding here in Whiterun. Now we should do the same off-stream trading in Markarth. I hope that after this stream I'll end up there, so that before the next stream I could be even richer. Okay, 50 more potions. I mean, it's 100 potions.
I've seen bigger houses, but it's yours.
Has the
so
store
I
made
like
any
it.
money?
Of course it has. Would you expect any less of me? Here, this is your half, my love.
200 pieces of gold, nice. I need to unload that one. Damn, I forgot to perform all these duties before this stream. Damn it, alright. Four pieces of gold. Some cabbage. Rabbit haunch. That's a unique item.
Leaving? Take the world by storm, dearest.
We should unload everything that we might enchant later. Like that one, that. Damn it. Okay, well now we may take 120 potions with us. Well, close enough. Now let's go for a stride. At AM.
You're someone who can get things done.
Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Yeah. We choose to deal some damage to your purse. This Hamnerak always draws my attention, specifically for his price. Wait, I should have something worth 75, isn't it? 85. And that's too much for her. Oh, robes of major alteration. Nice. Perfect traits.
Don't
Thanks,
forget to
Adrien.
check inside the shop.
Oh, Warmind is open? Usually it's closed at this time of day.
Welcome to War Maidens. Take a look.
Alright. What is the most expensive item you can buy out from me? Steel armor. Studded armor of the Squire. Not bad. Studded Imperial armor. Vampire armor. Well, somebody's desperate. Maybe I'll equip that. I have no freaking idea. Here, have a carrot on.
Good doing business with you.
Want to survive? Well, we have unloaded some items. Meaning that we may take some more potions. Oh shit, I miscalculated it a bit. Oh no. Nine, right? Still uncovered, right? Damn it. Right, now we shouldn't be.
Something you need, you... An archer, huh? I've got just what you need.
Wait a bit, please. And I'm with you. Right, he wants 150. He'll have one of these. Nice.
Thank you very much for your...
Where's the trader of this stall? Team. Last time I've checked, they were less lazy.
A fine day to... Let's sate that appetite, hmm?
Need anything else? Just let me know.
Take a good look around. I'm sure. What do you need, my... Ah, so you're an alchemist then.
Right, it's potions time. I mean, selling potions, that is. 115. I thought I had something like that. But apparently I don't. 91. This should be good.
Come anytime if you need a rental.
Let me know if you see anything you like. You and me, take a look.
Not bad. Perfect.
Do come back.
Got a lot of steel to ship. Gods be praised.
Got lots of steel to shit. 370. Nice. Had to start with wine, damn it. Alright. Never mind. Now we may manage even with our usual armor.
Divine. So, you wish to master the arcane arts? $220. You know,
Thanks,
if you've got
Farengar.
the aptitude, you should join the Mage's College.
Well, we've traded with everybody here. Might as well check for... Might even check for Khajiit Caravan. Yet, still, I have my doubts that they come. Let's see them ourselves. Still have enough goods for trade. No Khajiit traders, alright. Let's unload and get ready for traveling to Markarth. After all, we need to get there, then we unload and go to the Eldian's Wall.
You and I, we're the only people.
We're the only peeps. Even that is a lie. I'm a Khajiit, not just a person.
And Skyrim worth loving.
Ma
That's
took
what
me
I-
to the market. We saw huge fish. I bet even you could lift it.
Kabbalah. Pelnal's death. Oh, we've read that. Good. Doors of the Spirit. The ancestors are among us. They are never farther away than the waiting door. The ancestors are not departed. The dead are not under the earth. Their spirits are in the restless wind, in the fire's voice, in the foot-smooth step. Pay heed to these things, and you will know your absent kin. Pay reverence through gifts and prayer. Acquaint the ancestors with your affairs, with your comings and goings, with your blessings and trials. From the waiting door comes your protection. Heed the spirits who are the guardians of your heart, teachers of wisdom, counselors of fortune, seers of fate. Each bone is a door through the wall of the world. Each bone is the road, with the wisdom and power of the travelers. Each bone is the ghost fence that guards us from evil. Honor the ancestors upon your hearths, within your halls, in the community of your temples, in the solitude of your tombs. Guard your ancestors from beasts, from thieves, from profane priests and sorcerers. Let no creature steal your spirits, for the plundered hearth is diminished, and the plundered tomb is shamed. Live in one world with your spirits. Honor the spirits within and without here. Do not grieve for the dead. Take shelter in their arms and pay heed to their words.
Dragon's Reach? So cool. All the kids there are...
Fine then, let's go. Markarth awaits us. Let's put a mark on Markarth. Mark on Markarth. You're funny. That looks like a skeleton. Indeed it is. A skeleton. Oi. You're a sly one. Yo bro, welcome back to my stream. Great to see you around. A shovel. Another shovel. What the hell is happening? The heck attacks a deer. The flame metronach attacks the hag. Well, the first sign of danger you yield. Wise choice. The start of this track sounds like a theme of the dragon. Oh, and remember when the last time we were heavily over-encumbered, we forgot to summon a black market guy and sell him some stuff. If only I remembered that, that would save us lots of time. Who is this guy? What the hell is he doing there? Right, if we destroy him, we'll really need to unload. There will be no alternatives anyway. His bones will occupy a large amount of our inventory space. Wait, he's attacking. What the hell is he attacking? As far as I can see, he's Rorikstead. Oh, it's Alduin. We hit him. Let's use some poison. Let's use some more poison. Let's use the poison again. 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 2% maybe. Of course. Oh, these are vampires. Let's switch to Hevnarak then. And a bear. No one can best know. Good pathetic show.
That's it. That's all you've got.
Kim.
Let's see what you.
I'll leave the bear. Thank you very much. No. In fact, more please. It was the phrase I wanted to hear. What's this village? It's not a village, it's a mine.
Good to see you again, friend.
Likewise. Oh, come on. That one was easy. Watch the magic. You gotta see this. Still no magic. Huh? Yeah, they don't just care. I mean, they just don't care.
Come here.
Yo. What the hell is going on here? Ah, Delphine here. What a beautiful death that was. Good shot, by the way. Whoa. What kind of trouble? We could have told him, but we still had to try. Well, we're rich with goods.
Lead on to Skyhaven Top.
Wait a bit, I need to unload. Damn, I'm heavy now. I'm not leading anywhere. No, I'm leading our way to my house in Markarth. Damn it, they're following me. Oh my god. More Neandroid, more! More enemies up on the road. That was freaking friendly fire.
That's your best, huh? Huh. I think you're bleeding.
Yeah, now I'm thinking you're bleeding. I hope that with these quests from Delphine we won't suddenly complete the game, but if so, I like the way the main story is going. Sounds epic. No Khajiit caravan. Well, that was expected. What it wasn't are these potato crops.
You're not as dumb as you look.
My husband just gets cranky when he doesn't get enough sleep.
Yeah, I'm too a bit cranky when I don't get enough sleep. Still a day to my trading even.
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some meat.
Favorite drinking buddy.
Holmes. I said Holmes, you backbiter. Give a crippled worker a helping hand.
Get the hell out of my way.
Hell.
Here, have a gold
Finally.
piece.
Now get lost. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Bring more gold next time.
Get the hell out of here. Finally. May get to our trader now.
No, I'm trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Minor Staff of Turning.
Come back whenever you need something.
Come on, you outsiders always have plenty of food. Spare a piece.
Oh, they follow me home. Nice.
I am your sword and your shield.
I'm your sword and shield. No, damn it, alright. I'll get some other items. Come on! What's wrong with this interface? Oh no. Do we have any books we might unload? Why yes, we might read one. I don't know that way. Books. What else shall we read? That's the Dwemer Tales, of course. Right, we have this black arrow. No, that's that one. Or maybe better. Bone, Part 1. By David Dromio. It seems to me, said Geras, thoughtfully looking into the depths of his flint, that all great ideas come from pure happenstance. Take for instance the story I told you last night about my cousin. If he hadn't fallen off that horse, he never would have become one of the Empire's foremost alchemists. It was late one midday night at the King's Ham, and the regulars were always especially inclined toward philosophy. I disagree, replied Xiomara, firmly but politely. Great ideas and inventions are most often formed slowly over time by diligence and hard work. If you recall my tale from last month, the young lady, who I assure you is based on a real person, only recognized her one true love after she had slept with practically everyone in North Point. I put it to you that neither is the case, said Halgard, pouring on top of his mug of grief. The greatest inventions are created by extraordinary need. Must I remind you of the story I told some time ago about Ardsley Owen and the invention of bone mold? The problem with your theory is that your example is entirely fictional, sniffed Xiomara. I don't believe I remember the story of Ardsley Owen and the invention of bone mold, frowned Geras. Are you sure you told us? Well, this happened many years ago, when Vardenfell was a beauteous green land, when Dunmer were Khmer and Dwemer were Nord, and Dwemer and Nord lived together in relative peace when they weren't trying to kill one another. Halgard relaxed in his chair, warming to his theme. When the sun and moons all hung in the sky together, Lord Murder and Wizard, grumbled Zeomara, if I'm going to be forced to hear your ridiculous story again, pray don't embellish and make it any longer than it has to be. This all happened in Vardenfell quite some time ago, said Halgard, ignoring Zeomara's interruption with admirable restraint. During an era of a king you would never have heard of. Arslic Owen was one of this king's nobles, and very disagreeable fellow. Because of his allegiance to the crown, the king had felt the need to grant him a castle and land, but he didn't necessarily want him as a neighbor, so the land he granted was far from civilization. Right in an area of Vardenfell, that is, even today not quite civilized to this day. Arslic Owen built a walled stronghold and settled down with his unhappy slaves to enjoy a quiet, if somewhat grim, life. It was not long before his stronghold's integrity was tested. A tribe of cannibalistic Norse had been living in the valley for some time, mostly dining on one another, but occasionally foraging what they liked to call dark meat, the Dunmer. Zeomara laughed with appreciation. Marvelous! I don't remember that from you before. It's funny how you don't hear much about the Norse rampant cannibalism nowadays. This was obviously, as I have said, quite some time ago, said Halgard, glaring at part of his audience with a civil malevolence, and things were in many ways quite different. These cannibalistic Norse began attacking Arslic Owen's slaves in the fields, and then slowly grew bolder, until they held the very stronghold itself under siege. They were quite a fearsome sight, you can imagine, a horde of wild-eyed men and women with dagger-like teeth filed to tear flesh, wielding massive clubs, cloaked only in the skins of their victims. Arslic Owen assumed that if he ignored them, they'd go away. Unfortunately, the first thing that the Norse did was to poison the stream that carried water into the walled stronghold. All the livestock and most of the slaves died very quickly before this was discovered. There was no hope of rescue, at least for several months, when the king's emissaries would come reluctantly to visit the disagreeable vassal. The next closest source of water was on the other side of the hill, so Arslic Owen sent 3 of his slaves with empty jugs to bring some back. They were beaten with clubs and eaten before they were a few feet outside the stronghold gates. The next group he sent through he gave sticks to defend themselves. They made it a few feet farther, but were also overwhelmed, beaten and devoured. It was obvious that better personal defensive was required. Arslic Owen went to talk to his armorer, one of his few slaves with specific talents and duties. The slaves need armor if they're going to make it to the river and back, he said. Collect every scrap of steel and iron you can find, every hinge, knife, ring, cup, everything that isn't needed to keep the walls sturdy, smelt it, and give me the most and the best armor you can very quickly. The armorer, whose name was Gorkith, was used to Arslic Owen's demands and knew that there could be no compromise on the quality and quantity of the armor or the speed at which he worked. He labored for 30 hours without a break and recall, without any water to slake his thirst as he struggled with the kiln and anvil, until finally he had 6 suits of mixed metal armor. 6 slaves were chosen, clad in the armor, and sent with jars to collect the river water. At first the mission progressed well. The Norse attacked the armored slaves with their clubs, but they continued their march forward, warding off the blows. Gradually, however, the slaves seemed to be walking uncertainly, dazed by the endless barrage. Eventually, one by one, they fell. The armor was peeled from their bodies, and they were eaten. The slaves couldn't move quickly enough in that heavy armor he made, said Arslic Owen to Gorkith. I need you to collect all the cadavers of the poisoned livestock, strip their skin, and give me the most and the best leather armor you can, very quickly. Gorkith did as he was told, though it was a particularly repulsive task given the rancid state of the livestock. Normally it takes quite a time to treat and cure leather, so I understand what Gorkith worked at it tirelessly, and in half a day he had 12 suits of leather armor. 12 slaves were chosen, clad in the armor, and sent with jars to collect river water. They progressed at first much better than the earlier expedition. Two fell almost immediately, but the others had some luck out maneuvering their assailants while deflecting an occasional blow of the club. Several got to the river, 3 were able to fill up their jars, and one fellow very nearly made it back to the stronghold gates. Alas, he fell and was eaten. The Norse possessed a remarkably healthy appetite. "What we need before I completely run out of slaves," said Arsec Owen thoughtfully to Gorklith, "is an armor sturdier than leather but lighter than metal." The armorer had already considered that and taken stock of the materials available. He had thought about doing something with stone or wood, but there were practical problems with demolishing more of the stronghold. The next most prevalent stuff present in the stronghold was skinned dead bodies, hunks of muscle, fat, blood and bone. For 6 hours he toiled relentlessly until he produced 18 suits of bone mold, the first ones ever created. Arsec Owen was somewhat dubious at the sight and smell, but he was very thirsty and willing to sacrifice another 18 slaves if necessary. "Might I suggest," Gorklith inquired tremulously, "having the slaves practice moving about in the armor here in the courtyard before sending them to face the Nords?" Arsec Owen coolly allowed it, and for a few hours the slaves wandered about the stronghold courtyard in their suits of bone mold. They grew used to the give of the joints, the rigidity of the backplate, the weight pushed onto their shoulders and hips. They discovered how to plant their feet slightly askew to keep the balance steady, how to quickly turn, pivoting without falling down, how to break into a run and stop quickly. By the time they were sent out of the castle gates, they were easily very nearly almost amateurs in the use of their medium-weight armor. 17 of them were killed and eaten, but one made it back with a jar of water. "It's perfect nonsense," said Xiomara, "but my point is still valid even so. Like all great inventors, even in fiction, the armorer worked diligently to create the bone mold. I think there was a good deal of happenstance as well," frowned Geras, "but it is an appalling story. I wish you hadn't told me. If you think that's appalling," grinned Halbgard, "you should hear what's happened next." Well, let's go and trade a bit.
So you can cast a few spells.
Yeah, you're supposed to, but this isn't a requirement. Damn how the time passes on quickly.
I have things, spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. What? Oh, goodbye.
May your next fight take a look. next time.
He even won a carrot. What a progress. Where the hell am I going?
Thank you again for resolving my problem.
Well, so you're an alchemist then.
Not bad.
Now, you let me know if you need a cure.
I just thought of a new plan. After this trade, we shall unload and proceed to the Elderly's wall.
Take a look.
Might even give her a discount.
All right.
What do you need, my thing?
Good. We've totally unloaded. Now we may proceed to our quest location. And there, I think we should stop our stream. Concluded. think this way, yeah. Oh, it's that mud crab. What's it doing out here? It sounded like somebody used blacksmithing equipment. Okay, let's enter it. Let's see what's what. Stop right there, damn it! What are you, nuts? Let's proceed carefully. Where's Delphine anyway? To our luck, this place seems empty.
We must be getting close. We should proceed cautiously.
How do we find the entrance to Skyhaven Temple?
We should be careful. There's no telling what traps and wards the ancient blades may have set.
What's so important about... Yeah, we already talked about this.
Careful in here.
Oh, we've gained that access already. Oh, that's the location where we solved all the puzzles and found nothing at the end. Truly. Where's Delphine?
Wonderful. Remarkably well preserved.
Let's get this door open and see what we've got.
Okay.
Here's the blood seal. Another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn.
Oh, really?
Look here. You see how the ancient blades revered Regan Cyrodiil?
Activate blood seal.
It's coming to life. You did it. After you, Dragonborn. You should have honor being the first.
There's no telling what we might find inside.
Nothing at all, but anyways, let's get inside. I hope no more Draugr. Alright, I'm alone, of course. This place looks like High Hrothgar. in its design. Blaze equipment. Maze etiquette. This book is still alive and more so readable. I've got the weaponry.
We're here for Alduin's Wall, right, Esbern?
Yes. We'll have more time to look around later, I suppose. Let's see what's up ahead.
They took their time, while I was going through all the armaments available.
Alduin's Wall, so I've never seen a finer example of early Second Era Kaviri sculpture and relief.
Esbern, we need information, not a lecture on art history.
Yes, let's see what we have. Look, here is Alduin. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlords, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the war. You see, here is fallen from the sky. The Nord Tongs, masters of the voice, are arrayed against it.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Patience, my dear. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory, mythic symbol. Yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout, but there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and Tur.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. You ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
Greybeards might know.
You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice.
What do you have against the Greybeards?
If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin?
In fact, they did.
No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
The Greybeards may have a point. Power is dangerous.
Only if you don't know how to use it. All the great heroes have had to learn to use their power. Those that shrank from their destiny. Well, you've never heard of them, have you? And
In
they're
fact,
the
I
villains.
did.
Those that misused their power. There's always a choice, and there's always a risk. But if you live in fear of what might go wrong, you'll end up doing nothing. Like the Greybeards.
Oh my god, she has such a low opinion of these Greybeards. I'd better go see what Arngeir knows about this shout.
Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old Blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragonborn. Here are the Akaviri, the Blades. You see their distinctive long swords. Now they kneel, their ancient mission fulfilled, as the last Dragonborn contends with Aldrin at the end of time. Are you paying attention, Elfian? You might learn something of our own history.
What is it?
So this is all the blades, 2 people.
The Thalmor hunted us down, remember? It wasn't exactly great for recruitment. But we have a headquarters of a sort now. We will rebuild the blades. Someday.
Maybe I can help you find new recruits.
If you find anyone you think would make a good recruit, I can certainly take a look at them. Remember though, being a blade is a lifelong commitment. Their loyalty has to be with us once they're in.
I know the prophecy by heart. Once all blades knew it, when misrule takes its place at the 8 corners of the world. When the brass tower rocks and time is reshaped, when the thrice blessed fail and the red tower trembles, when the Dragonborn ruler loses his throne and the white tower falls, when the snow tower lies sundered, kingless, bleeding, the World Eater wakes, and the wheel turns upon the last Dragonborn. Did you need something?
Any advice for fighting dragons?
You're in luck. There is a blessing the blades used on the eve of battle. It's supposed to prepare the mind for slaying dragons. I doubt the blessing's effects would last for very long. So ask whenever you're heading out, and I'll perform the proper rites.
Okay.
Goodbye then.
Well, I'm gonna look around some more. See what the old blades left for us.
Yes, that's an excellent idea. Who knows what other lost treasures we might discover.
That's an exit. Where does it lead? I mean, where does it lead? Cute. Alright, thank you everyone for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I do. I wish you good nights, sweet dreams, and stay tuned for the next episode of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Let's see if we have anybody to raid to. Or probably even better, I might go to Markarth before I finish the stream. So I could, you know, perform some off-stream trading. So they might require a follower. Well, I can bring in some mercenary, right? Right, after we get to Markarth, we'll conclude this stream. Our character will even get some night's sleep. which might be better than mine. Okay, yet again, I thank you everyone for watching. I hope that you enjoyed as much as I do. I wish you all good night, sweet dreams, and stay tuned for the next episode of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. So, our character is going to lie down a bit for like 11 hours, and then we'll raid out, or probably just finish the stream. Right, 11 hours sleep, let's go. Right, that was done. Now let's see what we can do about raiding. Nobody's out there to raid to. Alright. Thank you everyone. See you around. Bye.